CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. For a berth in Super Bowl 53, away we go. The 2019 AFC Championship game is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They start on the ground with West. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. On first down, it's Long. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Flashed a nifty move, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
They'll give Fournette another crack, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. A 5-yard touchdown run, and the Jags have taken the early lead. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They begin here with a run by West. Oh, and now West lost the football. It's out. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on second down. Play clock winding down. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Nine yards still remaining here to pick up the first on second down. They'll fake it. Now Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Let's go.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Airing it out for Hurt. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The play clock's running down. They'll run it with West. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Now a play fake, and it's Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's West. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Luck on first down. A swing pass caught, and he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. A gain of 32 that time. A fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1. First and goal. They'll try to pound it in with West. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Terrence West punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play caller, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Play action now. Bridgewater. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Here's Bridgewater. Over the middle, complete. It's Burton. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A gain of 19 on 3rd and 18, and that'll move the chains. Fresh set of downs here. Shift together here from the D-line. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Flushed out right. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Fournette running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And an alley to run. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Fournette, a first down carry, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Let's go.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater being chased out left. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. And Myers able to knock it through, but hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. And this seemingly endless drive continues. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 5 here to start things out. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Bridgewater. They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll toss it to Fournette. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Jaguars' Jason Myers now for the field goal try. And Myers able to knock it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't, but really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
The drive begins with a handoff to West. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Play action. It's Locke. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Bridgewater on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Second down, Bridgewater. And his throw is incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Bridgewater. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now West. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
West again. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
A shotgun snap for Luck. Flush to his right. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taking on the midfield logo. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Running left, it's Fournette. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Bridgewater now on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. The 20, 10, 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
And that makes it 14-10. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. To return it is Corey Grant. Nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Boy, another example there of how you've just got to be fearless to go over the middle in this league.
No doubt about it. And if you want to be known as a Pro Bowl type of a receiver, if you want to get to the Hall of Fame, you're going to have to make a good number of catches in that area. And how about the hit he took from the linebacker? That's where you really make it, because a lot of times that hit is coming from behind you, from over the top by a safety. In this case, it may well come from underneath with the linebacker dropping out from the middle.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser in there to get him for a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. And he's going to go down again. Kamale Correa in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
Let's go.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And absolutely zero surprise that that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. This is West. And some room to roam now. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's West. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, Locke. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Finding room inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it has helped his legs along the way as well.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Just beating the play clock is Luck. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. He was looking for Buck Allen as running back that time.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there, and I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
Let's go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 2, and it will be the final act of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we send you a couple hours south to Orlando, let's check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's Bridgewater. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On second down, here's Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On third down, Bridgewater. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They go play action. Bridgewater. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Chris Wormley in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. shotgun. It's Bridgewater. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Jaguars on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Bridgewater to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Brad Nortman now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now they try the right side here. Room here to run. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. And he'll give it here to his running back. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Here's Locke. Now a hit, and Locke lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. 2nd down here. Time running out here on the play clock. On 2nd down, here's Locke. And Locke will be intercepted for a 3rd time. He's picked off near his own 48, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Let's go.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. From the gun, here's Luck. Throw left side complete. It's West. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Luck now on second down. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Out of the gun, Luck. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Talvin Smith with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Sam Cook now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Play fake. Bridgewater. Airing it out for Hearns. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Let's go.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
So that is 2 pick sixes he's thrown in this football game. Now, you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick sixes, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard at the 28. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Throwing is Bridgewater. And some room to maneuver. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Nortman on to kick as he sends it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
Luck. And he fires one, but incomplete. A little too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 15. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Get ready. 180.
They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Chris Wormley in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. To throw, Bridgewater. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Oh, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. To throw is Bridgewater. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Burton. And he is taken down deep in Baltimore territory. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Bridgewater. Forced out to his left. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The Jaguars on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On the sneak, it's Bridgewater. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Teddy Bridgewater taking it in. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Let's go. Let's go. Wait, 90. Wait, 90.
Bridgewater to throw it this time. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
First down, it's locked. Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
The Ravens on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a play fake, and it's locked. Going deep for Benjamin. And that's caught inside the 35. And a big 32-yard play on third.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. And again this time to the tailback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. A gain of 3, second down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it here. This is Buck Allen. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Now Luck. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. Now a handoff looking right. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now a handoff as they run left side. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And this offense on third down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chris Wormley in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Kamale Correa in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Well, the Lombardi Trophy would be nice to hoist. They have to hold off for that for a little bit. Right now, the Lamar Hunt has to feel good to hold.
Oh, it's got to feel great for them. And remember, Lamar Hunt helped create the American Football League, which became, of course, in most part, the American Football Conference. And he's the one who gave us the name Super Bowl.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.